Okay, here we are with a 19-minute video, sorry, coming from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Can't believe I actually got to race here in the first ever vintage race held. There were 712 cars. It was crazy and fun. This is a card that was 8.5 by 10, that Sabina Precision Prep, Vince and Bob made up for me to hand out to people. It's pretty cool. Just threw this in here. We start with Wednesday, a test session. It's supposed to be 4, but the first 2 get rained out. But I do run in the afternoon, and it's just so exciting. This is Tuesday night at the first drivers meeting, and I threw this shot in here just so you can see how many people there are. And of course, there's the rain and us picking up our go-karts where we run around the track with. This is the road course, and this is what we run on the first 3 days for qualifying and practice. And then we'll switch to a oval for Saturday demonstration laps. As you can see here in this shot, I've got rain tires on, and it's really just a very short clip to show me going out. You see the puddles on the left, but the truth is that's about the last of the rain, and the track's too dry for these tires. So I think I ran like a 147 or something like that lap, and everybody else was blowing my way because they were on the dry tires. Such is life. This is just a cool shot. Gasoline Alley. Never thought I'd be there. Next section here is now it's Thursday. It's dry. It's gorgeous. It's qualifying session 1 and 2. I just kind of mix them together. As you can see, Lynn St. James, the first woman ever to drive in the Indy cars, is qualified within a tenth of it. Once in front, once in behind. You start right together for the race. I'm going to switch to the natural audio, native audio now. And the main point of this clip is just to let you see how many flipping cars were on track. It's just like it goes on forever. Time for the oval day, but we also make a quick visit to the museum. And I think the first couple shots are just showing me and Bob cutting up in front of the flagpole. I guess you can tell we were having some fun. That's his wife Sherry with him at the fountain in front. And then my cousins Rod and Linda, who drove up 9 hours from Georgia, thank you guys, came to watch us and support us. Only one shot inside the museum. Well, actually, I think 2 or 3 shots. You could do 100, but had to get one here of Bob, who was, of course, fascinated and into every detail as this next shot shows. I don't know what was so cool there, but he was having a good time. Right after the museum was the Pro-Am, and this is just one shot from the grid. I think a couple of the famous drivers. Yeah, that's Buddy or Bob Lazier of the Lazier family. His son Jock was there racing. And that's Parnelli Jones. I think that's Parnelli Jones. He was there anyway. And That is little Al Unser for sure, and then his uncle Bobby Unser, a three-time Indy 500 champion, shows up right there. Actually, accidentally had breakfast with him leaving on Monday morning. Long story. And that's Robbie Unser, another Unser family member. A lot of famous drivers there. It was pretty cool. They mixed in with them. Now it's Saturday afternoon, and it's time for the oval. I thought I threw in a track map. It's just an oval, of course, the black line, and then also you can see where we were pitted, just for a reference point. It was a really convenient spot. Good job, Bob Hadley. And this is the grid going out, just a few seconds here of that, and then probably a bit of a long section with the oval. And I'm going to go back to native audio for a few minutes here on the oval and just let you watch kind of the lap and some of the traffic as I'm catching up. We were only allowed to pass on the straights, not in the corners. And more in a minute. So that was just a sample of some of the laps on the oval. As you can see, I'm running with some pretty big cars. That one right in front of me is a Champ. The one I just passed is a Super V. And of course I took some time out to wave at the crowd since I had 12 laps. And this is the last one right here. It was a lot of fun running on the oval, a lot more than I expected. Saturday night there was a dinner, and Grand Funk Railroad, if you can believe it, was playing music, and Carrie Ann's stepping on my foot, I think. I'm not sure. We had a great time. But now it's Sunday, and it's time for the flag race. As you can see, we lost quite a few cars, either to wrecks or breakage, different problems. It was a pretty good turnout on Sunday. And then this next shot is the road course map again, and on the left side, turns 1 through 4, I did a lot of catching up of cars there, and then also in 7 through 10. I did make a few passes. They were in turn 7. Roughly, I started about 19th in the race and finished around 15th, but they're still putting out the official results. That was out of about 60 cars here, and as you saw in the lineup, that was a lot. This is Lynn St. James, who I started next to. That's her car, Formula Atlantic. We were pretty close all weekend, but during the race, she fell behind. I went to Native Audio again there for a minute. Just it sounds so cool with all those cars on the grid like that before they pull out. And this is a shot of us now going out for the flag race. Unfortunately, some of this in-car video is not from the race day. We had a little mix-up with the video camera. But this is a good shot here. If I talk loud enough, hopefully you can hear me. This is the start of the race. And those are a couple Formula One cars, Champ cars, Indy cars, and then some Formula Atlantics and my little Super V. There'll be a second group in a moment here that'll come into view. That'll be the Formula 5000. We didn't really realize it beforehand, but they separated us. I actually catch up to some of the Formula 5000s before the end of the race. And one of them actually kind of blocks me and causes me to lose his face to one of my Southern California friends, Philippe. But it didn't matter. I was just having so much fun. I didn't care really where I finished. That's the Formula 5000s. And then I think this next footage will be some of the in-car video, actually from qualifying, but it gives you a good idea what the race was like. So this is pretty common all weekend, going down into turn 12, 13, and then 14 back onto the front straight. I was a lot more nimble than these bigger, faster cars, but of course as we come back onto the straight here in a moment, I can't hang on to them. Both of these cars, well, the first one is a Formula 5000, and I think this car right in front of me is this is a Formula Atlantic, maybe a Formula 5000. Yeah, he's pulling away like a Formula 5000. And then when I go here into turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you'll see me, I'll be right on top of them catching them up. It surprised me all weekend. I was catching quite a few of them in here. As you can see, going through that little chicane there, I think that's turn 7, or no, it's turn 5 and 6 there. I catch a lot of cars there. They pull away from me down the back stretch. Oh, there goes a big Lola Champ car. But here in turn 7, 8, 9, 10, that's this other end of the track here, I'm all over these guys. I'm really having to wait. I think some of them are waiting for somebody in front as well, but I was able to catch up a lot of them here, and into turn 12 here, it was pretty quick, but also pretty careful. It's a deceptive turn. Go back to the native audio here. We'll finish out this clip just listening to the cars and watching the rest of this. Okay, that was a Lola 2006 Indy car that just blew between me and that other little Super V. It's kind of wild. Sometimes the closure rates on them was like 20-mile-per-hour difference, so it's pretty wild watching them go by. But then again, as you can see here in the tight sections, I'm able to keep up with them quite a bit. Um, I think maybe this will show me passing somebody as we come out of this chicane and down into the back straight into turn 7. If it doesn't show it this time, I did make quite a few passes there. Kind of interesting. As you can see, I could have made a pass there, but decided wouldn't be smart. No point in risking the car, and he lets me by right there. So this is the last lap, last corners from the actual race. You can see I'm getting held up by that Formula 5000. Really blocked me in 12 and 13. We were actually catching him from the previous group. I move over a little bit to go around him, and that was Philippe, friend of mine from California, blowing by me. The program and the silver medal. I was in second place out of all the Formula 2 cars, which are the 2 liters and smaller, the Formula Atlantics. There's Bob, Jerry, and us with the medal on, and there's Rod and Linda with us. And here are the credits. Sorry the movie was so long, but couldn't resist documenting this so I can look back at it in 20 years when I'm too old to. Well, we won't go into that. Thanks a lot.